So this is a business that we have partnered with, and when we first joined them, as you can see, they were getting really tight for space, completely out of space really, and every inch of the old premises was taken up. But today, everything changed because we've finally taken the next big step in the business and moved into a much bigger, better, and more scalable home, and you'll see more of that as we go through today. So Alden, my business partner, who is here, there he is. You can't really see him; it's blurry. What we have just done, we have gone to see the new building that we are moved into for one of the businesses we own. I've just sent a picture of one that we were in, which is old, and I'm going to show you the new one in a minute. So when we partnered with this business, the main goal was to help them grow. We were going to do that by putting systems in place, creating more structure, and then obviously having support so they can operate at a much higher level. And as you can see, this is where they were running everything from, and it worked. It worked for a long period of time, but as you can see now, hardly, very, very, very tight for space. And as demand increased, the space became the main bottleneck. So storage was tight, workflow was tight, even moving around the place was really tight. And when a business outgrows its own environment, something has to change, and that was one of the first things that we have started to do. One of the first strategic conversations that we had with the team was about capacity, not just with how we can grow revenue, but can the premises and the current premises that we're in even support the level that we want to get to? And very quickly the answer came to a no. So we started looking at options. Some were too small, some were more than we wanted to pay, and some were in the wrong location. And then we found this. Before I carry on and show you the new premises, I wanted to give you an update on the deals that I spoke about in the last video, which if you haven't seen, you can catch up with a link around here somewhere and you can check it out. So the first one, there's actually not much to report on because it's in the lawyer's hands and it's ticking along. We're due to complete in January, early January. The owner wants it done then, so that we want to get in as quickly as possible. But the only thing that we're really trying to do is learn more and more about the business and see if there's anything there that we can do to help grow the business before we get in so that we can hit the ground running. That's not always recommended. I imagine a lot of people out there that have bought businesses would tell you not to do that because you're helping the business potentially grow before actually owning the business. But speaking to my business partner, one of the things he said, which I really like, is gift or gain. So if we go in and we start to make changes subtly to the business, and it's okay, this is obviously okay with the owner, no problem at all. But if we start to make those changes and the business does benefit from it, and then something goes wrong, you've kind of gifted that, which isn't a bad thing because it's a nice thing to give people benefits. And if it goes ahead and we gain from making those changes before we get in because we buy the business, great, we're happy with that. So gift or gain, we're going with it. And the second deal that is going ahead, I mean, it's still progressing. It's progressing actually pretty slowly. And I'm having to manage myself and deal with the frustrations that come with that and learn actually to be more patient, something that I'm always working on because I had a tendency in the past to not be very patient. And life is presenting me with opportunities to be patient, so I'm taking them as much as I can. But this one, we're at the heads of terms stage, and it hasn't been signed yet. Heads of terms is a pretty simple document. It's non-binding, but it lays out the offer of what we've offered to the business owner and a few other bits and pieces, right? But usually it's a very simple process. You draft the heads of terms, make sure the owner's happy with it. We all sign. We then pass it on to the lawyers and the solicitors to deal with the share purchase agreement, the SPA. But what the owner has done here, which I totally understand, is he's sent it to his solicitor to make sure, which actually is not a bad idea. And I've also run it past my lawyer. But his solicitor is being very detailed with the heads of terms. So yeah, it's been a bit of a back and forth, which has slowed us down. But what I've been doing is I've been staying in contact with the owner pretty much on a daily basis. And I'll check in or drop him a message on WhatsApp to see if things are okay, if there's anything we need, ask him a question about the business because I'm doing more due diligence, just to let him know that we're really serious and we're looking forward to moving forward. So we're really in the hands of the solicitors and we are waiting for that heads of terms to be confirmed, and then all the shareholders will sign, including ourselves, and we can finally get going and get the share purchase agreement because the owner wants this done quickly. We want it done quickly, ideally before the Christmas period. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it will be, there's potential it could be, but I actually think it's likely to be done early January again. So that would be too early January, which is going to get us very busy, but we see a lot of potential in both of them. and we're very confident in what we can do to grow the businesses. Yeah, we can't wait. So there's your little update. And by the way, a little birdie told me that a lot of people are watching these videos and not subscribing. So if you could please, if you like them, please subscribe, because it's going to do the channel a world of good and make me happy. And I'll buy more businesses just so you can follow along. And this is the new home of the business. It's got more floor space. It's got a better layout, room for new equipment, room for growth, room for everything that the old space couldn't handle. And hopefully you can see that with the images I'm putting up here. Plus there's room for the team. The move is a really big move, and the important thing here is that it sets the stage for the next chapter of growth for this business. And now with this move, the business can now increase production, can store more stock, can hire more staff, improve workflow, efficiency, but most importantly, they have the environment to grow into the business that they want to become, and we're really striving for that. Helping a business develop and move into a new space or a new premises doesn't sound glamorous, but it's one of the most important aspects of helping a business grow, if it needs it. Because if a business runs out of space, it becomes constrained, and therefore it cannot grow. It hasn't got the capabilities to take on the extra work. And for us, myself and my business partner, this is what really buying businesses is about, not just acquiring them, actually helping them grow. This is kind of just what you've seen today. It's just one step on our journey to 10 acquisitions and beyond. And what it shows is what's possible when you take the action necessary and support a business to grow in the right way. If you want to follow a genuine behind the scenes look at what it takes to buy businesses and also grow businesses, then follow along, like and subscribe. I can guarantee you it's not always going to be the highlight reels, because from my perspective and what I've got from life up to this point is that life isn't a highlight reel. It comes with challenges, it comes with successes, and you've got to experience both in order to finally get to the destination, which actually, now I think about it, there is no destination, it's just a journey. You're going to get to wherever you get to, depending on the actions that you take. But you'll learn from me, and you'll see in these videos that actually it isn't a highlight reel. There'll be some highlights, but there'll also be a lot of challenges along the way. But it's how do we deal with those challenges, and what do we do to move past them and continue to grow. So yeah, like and subscribe.